As delightful as they can be for players, open world games can be incredibly daunting for game masters. At first glance, it looks like there's a lot of prep work on the part of the GM, but the secret is it's a little bit easier than you think. All you need is the skeleton to build your world on, and everything else can fall into place. But Austin, I hear you say, where am I going to find a skeleton in August? Well, we could go to the craft store, or we could look at video games known for their open worlds, such as The Witcher 3, Breath of the Wild, and Skyrim, and see what we can learn from them. The first thing to note is that each of these games starts with a linear narrative in order to introduce the mechanics of gameplay, what's going on in the world, and establish goals for you to stop it. For example, in The Witcher 3, the first couple of hours are spent meeting Yennefer, meeting the Emperor, and finding information on where Ciri is and who you can talk to in order to find her. The Emperor mentions 2 locations where she was last seen as a starting point. The game then opens up from there, but there's no confusion on the part of the player as to what they're supposed to do. They have the choice to go to either of these 2 points, get distracted and do a bunch of side quests along the way, or just play Gwent for 20 hours. However, this grounding is why it's important to set your world up linearly for the first session or 2. It gives you something to prepare and run, as the players start to figure out who their characters are beyond the backstories they wrote. It also gives them a moment to learn the lore of the world that they're in and establish a direction for where they're going to go with the campaign.